another one, I made this up years ago. I kind of like it. It's cool. Eh, you hear, you're like, wow, but it's really very simple. Okay, now this one is, and this is a valuable lesson. I'm going to expose myself a little bit here. A lot of times as musicians, the reason why it's hard for us to slow things down, because when we learned it, we jumped right on it in a fast way and we didn't mechanically do it. So a lot of us, our minds don't know how to slow it down because that's the way we got it. And like when you're in school, they kind of teach you slow things down and do things with a metronome, slow it down. So aside from the muscle memory, you get the mechanics of it. So that's something even I'm working on because there's some things that I've learned and I grasped them at a fast pace and then I didn't sit down and work through it mechanically like that. So that's just a little tip. And I find a lot of us struggle with that when it comes time. Sometimes I'll have some of the best cats come in here and sit down. And when it's time for them to slow it down, they mess up because they're so talented. When they learned it, they just jumped right on it and they got it quick and they got it at speed pretty fast, but they never like started slow. When you start things slow, that's when you will grasp things better and you'll be able to slow them down mechanically. Okay? That's so hard. It's so hard to do. I'm going to keep doing it until I can. That's much better. Another tip I want to give you, and it may sound silly, when you're doing things like this with bass lines, sometimes, and you could do even like if you're doing like right hand runs and riffs, and I'm telling you, you like, nah, man, that's crazy. Sometimes you need to sit there and do that same line for 2 to 3 hours. I know it sounds crazy. Now I'm going to tell you why that helps you. When we're playing with two hands, there's a certain like divide in our brain, what this hand is doing and what that hand is doing. And an old friend of mine, jazz organist Joey DiFrancesco, he said this to me many years ago. He said, the reason why you have to do it like that, and if you ever watch him play those jazz bass lines, it's like effortless. And he's doing all this stuff with his right hand because the more time you spend working out that left hand movement, as the mind begins to transfer it to muscle memory, so you're not thinking about it as much, and that frees up your right hand to be more creative, to be able to do more stuff. A lot of times when we're playing, it's like our minds like we juggling because the mind trying to keep this going, then keep that going, and that's where you find stress. But like as far as when it comes to that hand individuality, that hand separation, where you can do one thing with one hand and something totally crazy with the other hand, it comes from repetition. So remember that. See, I gotta do it a few times now. There you go. There you go. See, it's like I'm trying to mix them up, so it's like, oh man, I'm doing this one, I'm doing that one. I think I tried one time to do it like, oh, no, that ain't working. So, I mean, you get the idea. But yeah, those are some interesting bass lines I learned down through the years. And like I said, some of us are not blessed to have bands all the time, so it's good to just know little tricks like that. People hear you down like, what was that? It's a little slow there. Let me take that up to 150, 154. 154, right? Yeah, but you get the idea. So listen, I want you guys to fool around with that and see how it works out for you. It's not too complicated of a move. It's really not that complicated. It's a pretty simple move. But when it comes to bass lines, you got to do that. Like just work on things like for hours because that's going to give you that hand independence that you want. So you're not like so concentrated. Like even like this sometimes like I have to play and I have to sing. And what I notice, if I'm going to play and I'm going to sing, it's got to be a song that I don't have to think about because at that point, I'm just really focusing on the singing part. I'm not really focusing on the playing part. I just can't divide my mind. Like when I watch guys do that and they're like super intricate with the singing and super intricate with the playing, I'm like, oh my God, yo. it's like that brain, the way that brain is like splitting. See, I'm sweating now. I was just doing that. But have some fun with that and give me some comments. I'm going to leave in all the mistakes because, listen, we all make mistakes. We do. None of us are perfect. But give me your comments, your likes, your dislikes, share, smash that like button. But hey, enjoy it. And remember, if you really want to play, don't play around.